Hey guys, in this video I am making a Mosaic Mango Milkshake IPA. We're going to use lactose, vanilla, all Mosaic hops. We're using the Lupo Max variety from Yakima Valley and some mango puree, 42 ounces of mango puree going in this guy, and tons of flaked things. So here it is, enjoy. Okay, so I'm gonna put in my 7.5 gallons of LA tap water run through a pure filter. These also each got half a Camden tablet. I made a vortex! Shit, too much water. That's awesome! Thank you, whoever suggested that. That was cool. Science! Okay, so I'm throwing in my water additions. And I'm gonna light this baby so we can get going. I am 90% sure I'm gonna run out of propane today. Just FYI for everyone. All right, I'll meet you guys back here when this is 162. All right, so this is at around 163 degrees. So I'm gonna mash in. So for our grain bill, we have 12 pounds of two-row, 1.5 pounds of raw white wheat, not malted white wheat, 1 pound of flaked barley, 1 pound of flaked oats, 1 pound of flaked wheat, and 4 ounces of good old caramel 10. In metric, that is 5.4 kilograms of two-row, 680 grams of raw white wheat, 454 grams of flaked barley, 454 grams of flaked oats, 454 grams of flaked wheat, and 113 grams of caramel 10. Alrighty, so that got us to, it's looking like it's still 163. It's gonna be a real high mash. I'm not gonna insulate this because it needs to drop a bit and because it's really hot out here. So I'm just gonna throw my lid on, set a timer for 45 minutes, and meet you guys back here when the mash is done. Okay, so our mash is over. I'm gonna take a temperature reading. I only have my Celsius thermometer because all of my Fahrenheit ones have now broken. So if you guys have thermometer recommendations, let me know. I think it's time I actually spend some good money on one. So let's just see what this is doing. I'm gonna just dip this in here and take a reading. It's not been my day. So it's looking like we're at about 60 degrees Celsius, which I'll just convert for you guys right now. So 60 Celsius is 140 Fahrenheit. That seems a little low. Who knows what it actually is? I'm over thermometers today. All right, so I'm just gonna pull this guy and stick it in this bucket to completely drain. I'm gonna take a pre-boil gravity reading. So what we want our pre-boil gravity to be is 1.076. Let's see what we got. Ooh. I'm gonna stir this up and see if it changes anything. Oh, that made it worse. So I think my mash temp might have been off. So what we got was 13.5 bricks for pre-boil gravity. If this doesn't work out, I'm gonna add some DME to reach our what we want. So we're at 1.057. Shit. We need to add 0.17 gravity points. All right, I'm gonna do the calculation of what we need to put in. So current gravity is 1.057, wanted gravity is 1.075, current volume 6.5. So we need to add 43 ounces of DME, apparently, which is a lot. So that's 2.5 pounds. I'm gonna just do it. Why not, right? I'm gonna add 2 pounds because I think the mangoes are gonna actually add. So let's just add 2 pounds. Okay, so I've got 2 pounds of DME here. This is just the extra pale DME. It's pretty innocuous. I'm gonna stir it in, and then we're gonna take another gravity reading, see if anything changed. I have no faith in this batch. Not my day today. So here's a lesson. If you miss your gravity, there's 2 things you can do. One thing is you can boil off. Okay, so if you get a lower gravity than you're expecting, you can boil off. You can also add DME if you want to keep your volume. So that's what I'm doing now. And this is just to hit our pre-boil gravity target, because once your pre-boil gravity target's in line, you have a pretty good idea of what your original gravity is going to be. If you shoot and you get a super efficient mash, what you can do is, if you need to lower your pre-boil gravity, is just add water. Very simple. That's honestly the easiest path. This gets expensive if you end up having to do what I'm doing now. Get yourself a good thermometer is my advice. Who knows what the temperature was? I thought that thermometer is working. That's the one I use every time. I've been using it for a long time. I loved it. I hate it now. So let me know what you guys use that works. All right, so I'm just gonna stir this until it's all dissolved. All right, so my adjusted pre-boil gravity is 17 bricks. So let's just plug that into Brewfather. So we're at 1.072 now. I'm gonna call that good. The other percentage should come from the mango, so it's fine. It says we're looking at a 7.7% ABV now, but again, with the mango, I'm sure it'll be a little different. What a day. All right, so our post-boil gravity should be 1.086, so let's just keep an eye out for that once it does boil. And I have no idea what temperature this is, so I'll see you eventually. All right, so it's been 50 minutes. I'm gonna add our first round of hop additions, the 2 ounces of Mosaic. And I'm gonna do them in a bag because I want to. All right, so here they are, and they're in. So I'm setting a timer for 5 minutes for the next round. All right, it's been 5 minutes, and we are adding our 1 ounce of Mosaic, if this bag will drain. That's a hot tamale. All right, timer for 5 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna kill my heat, if I can figure out how. And I've got this hangover by Accelerator. So the idea is we're gonna pump wort from the kettle through my pump. This is my Blickman Riptide. You can get all the equipment in the links below if you are interested. So we're gonna pump wort through this. There's a high likelihood that I put this together wrong. So I'm gonna close this pump a lot so it's barely coming through, just in case. And I'm gonna stand back far, like real far. Okay, very nervous. This is not safe. Guys, it's working, it's working! Shit, yeah. Okay, so the idea behind this is it's gonna create a whirlpool, hopefully. I'm not sure. I'm gonna throw in my first hop addition. This thermometer seems to be working the best for me today. So once we get to 190, we're gonna do it. Man, I really didn't know what I was doing when I was doing this. I'm not the best plumber. So since we're doing a whirlpool for this, I'm gonna dump the hops just right in, and oh well if it doesn't work. It looks like it's doing a swirling motion. It's like Starry Night. All right, we're there. So I'm gonna throw in my 2 ounces of Mosaic that we have left and set a timer for 10 minutes. Okay, so this might not be pretty. Basically what I've got to do now is swap my hoses from the pump so that we add another hose that connects to the chiller. This is the accelerator, and I'm very nervous. All right, so I'm closing that pump, closing this pump just in case. I'm gonna pinch this closed. That was a bad idea. All right, I'm pinching that closed. I'm going to connect this one to this and this one to the top of this, right? And then the side with the thermometer, I'm gonna connect this quick release and hope it all works. I should have put a valve on that. Oh. All right, wish me luck. That's what gloves are handy for. All right, that was pretty painless. Okay, so now, in theory, we're gonna connect the hose. Cold water goes into the bottom one, and then the hot water comes out of the top. Too many hoses. I hate when hoses are like this. Okay, so there's that. Sure. This is not ideal. Okay, that's fine. All right, and then the other hose will go to the out. Why is this not a hose fitting? Oh, hose fitting is here. All right. And I'm gonna set my pump and the electrical cord on the lid just because it's raised. Because I don't want anything to get wet. All right, cool. Okay, I'm very nervous. Okay, valves open. I don't want to do this. Okay, all right. I'm gonna start my hose first into the bucket and then start my pump. Okay, so we gotta get this down and looks like it's happening. So it looks like the wort is coming out at 115 degrees. I can turn up my water and it should, in theory, happen faster. Yeah, so by turning up the temperature, or turning up the amount of flow from the hose, we're dropping. Now it's coming out at less than 100 degrees. I always just recirculate back into my kettle because I know our groundwater is really, really warm. Because it's probably not gonna get below 95 coming out of the chiller. And I should have Teflon taped all these connections, but I only did the wort ones. I'm opening this all the way up so we can get another whirlpool going. It's definitely got less momentum with going through the whole chiller. All right, so I'm gonna let this chill down and then I'll meet you guys back here when we transfer. We got a lot to transfer from. All right, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to transfer this one at around 90 degrees because I gotta go do some stuff. But then I'm just gonna let it cool down in the brewery. I've got my sanitized spike here. It's still got some sanitizer sitting in it. And I'm gonna just pull this quick release and drape it in. And turn my pump back on. There's a lot of hops still in there. So while I am filling this, I'm gonna take my original gravity. All right, so original gravity is looking like 21 bricks. All right, so that chilled it down pretty quick. The only thing is, you lose a bit because you can't really get everything out of the chiller or the pump or the lines. That's kind of why I like immersion chillers, but I think this is actually faster than my immersion chiller though. But if you love gear, this one's pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna fill my airlock, and I'm gonna tell you guys what our original gravity is. So we said 21 bricks, and 21 bricks is 1.09. Oh my gosh, we hit our original gravity perfectly. That's awesome. So our fermenter volume was only 5 gallons just because of the chiller situation. I lost about half a gallon in there. And in the kettle because there's a screen in there that doesn't let everything drain. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna let this sit and bring everything upstairs now. I'll show you guys the yeast pitch once this all cools down, so I'll see you then. All right, and here's the yeast pitch. So it's time to dry hop and add the mango and vanilla to this milkshake. So got my hops here. So this is 3 ounces of the Lupo Max Mosaic. Please don't be alarmed by the syringe. I have a purpose for it. So I'm just gonna throw this guy in here first. My vanilla, I'm doing half an ounce of vanilla or around 15 milliliters. Hence the syringe. If I can get it to work. I'm not great with this. Oh, that's 9. This is gonna be pretty vanilla-y, I feel like. And 6. Cool beans. And now our mango. I'm just gonna toss the mango right in. So I have 3 pouches, 14 ounces a pop of this Goya mango pulp from the freezer section. Because I don't want to touch mango because I break out in hives. This is like the canned orange juice stuff that, like, at least when I was a kid, we used to make orange juice out of, even though we lived in Florida around orange groves. Whatever, it was the 90s. Alrighty, that smells really good. It's like, smells like a proper mango. Alright, I'm gonna pop this guy back on. I'm gonna let this sit for a week in this dry hop phase and then transfer. And I will see you guys back here for a review. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I've got a Patreon going if you guys want early access, ad-free, a monthly happy hour. Look above for that link. See you guys next time. Hey.
Tuesday Brew Day?
It's Monday. Oh, yeah. You just scared me after work Tuesdays. I was like, definitely accidentally called my boss and you didn't mention me at work.
Nope, sorry. It's Monday, I swear. It smells like beer. What are you brewing?
Mango Mosaic Milkshake IPA.
Ooh!
Does that sound good?
Yes! This sounds delightful. When is it going to be ready for me to taste?
A couple weeks.
Okay. Did you put the mango stuff in the other one?
No, I haven't done it, but I think I might.
Why not?
Because I haven't touched the other one since we talked a bit.
Butthole Brews! That's your new brewery name! Buttholes and Brews.
Oh, it's so depressing.
I do not know why you decided to brew on the hottest day.
Because no matter what day I decide to brew, it becomes the hottest day, so I've just given up.
You don't seem to sweat though.
Whoops. Oh, I'm so slippery from the oatmeal juice.
This is slip. Ah! Nice catch.
Oh, fucking Jesus, that was scary.
Fucking Jesus is the name of your next beer.
You've seen all the, Evil Twins. They have a whole line of stouts called Even More Jesus. They're really good too.
Yeah.
I'll buy a 6-pack next time I go to Bendham. I think you'll like it. It's really solid. All right, so it's time to dry hop and add the mango and vanilla. Every time